You know that feeling? You type a question into a search bar, been doing it for years, right? Well, that whole ritual is getting a massive shakeup. And I mean fast. We're talking about a huge shift in how we find, well, anything online. And it's all because of AI. So let's jump right in.
So let's just cut to the chase. Is the Google we all know and love disappearing? The short answer, yeah, kinda. I mean, at least the version we're used to. You know, that classic page with the 10 blue links? It's being replaced. Fast.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. This isn't some wild theory. The report we're pulling from for this explainer, it's from Contently. They put it really bluntly. The old game, it's over. Think about it. Things like ChatGPT, Perplexity, even Google's new AI overviews, they're answering our questions directly. Billions of them. A lot of the time, you don't even have to click on a website anymore.
And just to give you a sense of how big this is, Gartner, a major research firm, is predicting that the number of searches on traditional engines is going to drop by 25%. 25% by 2026. That's just around the corner. We're talking about a full quarter of all search traffic just vanishing from the old system. Okay, but if you're a business, this next number, this one's a big deal. An analysis from SEMrush found that a whopping 86% of searches where people are actually looking to buy something, yeah, 86% of those now get an AI answer right at the top. Think about what that means. If the AI doesn't see you, your customer doesn't see you. You're basically invisible. So if the old game's over, what's the new one, right? Well, it's got a new name, LMOO. It stands for Large Language Model Optimization. This is the new rulebook, the new playbook for getting seen now that AI is pretty much the new gatekeeper. So let's dig into what that actually is. All right, so here's how it's different. Old school SEO, right? That was all about keywords, backlinks, basically trying to please the Google bots. LLMO, it's way deeper. It's about semantic clarity, which is a fancy way of saying the AI has to understand the actual meaning of your stuff. It's about proving your authority so the AI sees you as a source it can trust. And this is key. It's about making your content extraction ready. You got to set it up so the AI can just, grab a quote or an answer super easily. So, to put it simply, LMMO is just the next step for SEO. It's the evolution. Your goal isn't just to show up on page 1 anymore. The new goal, the real goal, is to be a trusted source, a source the AI actually quotes when it gives someone an answer. So you're not optimizing for a search engine anymore, you're optimizing for an answer engine. That's a huge shift. Naturally, a whole new game means you need a whole new set of tools. And to actually do this LLMO thing, companies are now looking at a new breed of software, SaaS platforms built for this new world. And that report we've been talking about, it actually went ahead and ranked the top players out there. So you might be asking, okay, how would they rank them? What were they looking for? Well, it wasn't just about a long list of features. The ranking really prioritized platforms that could do a few key things. Track when an AI mentions you, like in real time, fit right into your whole content process, and handle all the techie stuff for you. Automatically adding things like schema, which is just code that helps the AI understand your content perfectly. And here they are, the top 5 according to the report. You'll probably recognize some names here, like BrightEdge and SEMrush. Now, full transparency here, we have to point out that the source of this report, Contently, actually ranked their own platform as number 1. They pointed to their whole end-to-end system as the reason why. Just wanted to make sure you had that bit of context. Okay, but look, having the best tools is only, half the battle? You still need a plan, a real strategy. And the report lays out a super clear 6-step blueprint to actually put all this into action and, get real results. All right, here's the 6-step plan. First, you got to do an audit. Just see where you stand right now. How visible are you to AI? Then you build the foundation, all that technical stuff with structured data. Step 3, you create new content that's designed to be easily pulled by AI. After that, you distribute it to build up that authority we were talking about. Step 5 is a big one. You have to monitor everything constantly and keep it fresh. And last but not least, you measure. You got to track your results to see if it's all actually working. Now, I know a lot of this sounds pretty technical, but trust me, the payoff is very, very real. Switching over to an LLMO strategy isn't just about chasing the latest buzzword. It's about driving real growth for your business. And the report had a perfect case study that proves just that. Let's check it out. Okay, so get this. There was this B2B software company. They were doing okay in the old Google search results, but when it came to AI answers, they were a ghost. They were showing up in less than 5% of them. So they decided, all right, let's do this, and went all in on LLMO.
And check this out, in just 90 days. Look at that jump. Their visibility in AI answers went from almost nothing, less than 5%, to over 80% for their most important keywords. Can you believe that? They went from being a total afterthought to being the authority that the AI was quoting all the time.
But who cares about visibility if it doesn't help the business, right? Well, for them, it meant a 22% jump in people asking for product demos. And that increase came directly from traffic sent by AI answers. So we're not talking about vanity metrics here. We're talking about real leads, real money. So let's boil this all down. What are the big takeaways here? 1. This whole AI search thing isn't coming soon. It's here, right now. 2, to win in this new world, you need a new plan. That's LLMO. It's all about becoming a source the AI trusts. And 3, as we just saw, it's not just theory. This stuff works, and it drives real, measurable growth.
And that leaves us with one last kind of huge question to think about. We've gone through the how and the why from a business angle, but the bigger picture here is, well, it's profound. As we all start to lean on AI to be our main source for answers, who's curating the truth? We're not just letting it find information, we're letting it decide what's important and maybe even what's true. It's a really powerful thought and something that's definitely going to shape our world for a long, long time.